Good morning. Oh, I'm about 7 kilometres into this hike. Might be a 2-day hike. I've got my tent with me, and I'm in the Cairngorms. So it is bloody hot. It's really hot, and it was 26 in Glencoe yesterday. Today's going to be similar, I think. Feeling hot. It's only 11, just after 11 o'clock. So today I plan to do, well, I'm going that way. I plan to do, let's call it the Devil's Point today, along with the two higher peaks next to it, Angel's Peak and I can't remember the name of the other one. So they're two of them are in the top 10 mountains in Scotland. That'll complete my top 10 actually. And they're to the west of the Lairig Ghru, or it's spelt Lairig Ghru, but pronounced differently. I don't apologise for the pronunciation. So that's where I'm going today. Hopefully get those three. And if I feel like it, tomorrow I'm going to hopefully do Derry, Cairngorm, Ben Vane, and the other one, which I can't remember what that one's called. So a busy weekend and a hot weekend. So sweating already. It's not nice, but hey ho, you've got to make use of the sunny weather. And as I did last year, for some reason every time I come to Braemar the Highland Games are on, so that was a bit of a disaster. Traffic was awful and I was stuck behind a pipe band. Anyway, right, this is my first break of the trip. I'm going to have a seat on this rock, have a drink and then press on. That is the Devil's Point. I'm at 580 metres here. It's got to go down a little bit to cross the river and then up. So the actual ascent can't be even as much as 400 metres. So it should be pretty easy to get up the Devil's Point, but the two big boys are up there. That's just one of them. And it's so hot. Just had a drink and it's like, it wasn't just warm, it was hot. The juice is hot. It's like diluting juice with boiled water from the kettle. It's not very nice. Hopefully I'll be able to get some cold water from a burn later on. Ben McDooey is just there. That's the second highest mountain in the UK. It's now 1 o'clock, which isn't good. I wanted to be getting the climbing done before it got hot, and looks like I'll be doing the climbing when it's at the hottest, which is poor planning. Anyway, I want the wind to pick up. I want it to cool down basically. But this is Lairig Ghru. It's a spectacular glen. The high point of the glen is almost 3,000 feet and surrounded by giants. That's Brereach in the distance, that's the third highest, so you've got the second highest there, the third highest there. These two I think are the fifth and sixth highest. Right, better crack on. So I'm up on the, I guess you might call it the plateau, but this is the Devil's Point here. That's Ben McDooey, that huge hulk of a mountain, gee whiz. And the other two I want to do today are up there, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling a bit. Been sweating constantly all day. It's now 2:15. I'm feeling a bit puggled. I might pitch my tent just over there. It looks quite nice, eh? It'd be quite nice to have a high camp, first time in ages. Hopefully there'll be a nice cool wind. It's not that cold, even though I'm up above 3,000 feet. Not that cold. But, obviously it'll cool down tonight. I'm actually dying on some cold weather. But yeah, I think I'll do the Devil's Point just now, because it's just there. And then I'll come back down, have a wee look over there for a pitch. I'll pitch my tent there and then decide whether to do these two big boys today or maybe even leave it till tomorrow. Just do the 3 over 2 days. Because it's been pretty difficult conditions. So there's no shame in just doing the 3 over 2 days. It's been a long hike. It's well, only 15 kilometres, but it feels a lot longer. It's just the heat. It's just this heat. It must be at least 25. And I'm drinking plenty because there was a nice burn there. I had a good drink, and let me go back to that because it's still a really good burn right at the top of on the plateau there. It's still really good. It must be obviously coming down from the high mountains there. So I'll have that. If I pitch my tent here, I'll have a nice water supply as well. So yeah, just going to do this and then get back down here and pitch my tent. Well, this is the Devil's Point, and fantastic views, to be fair. Look at this, the Lairig Ghru. It's Mhaim. It's just immense, just immense. See for tens of miles right here. I love it when you see the kind of bare rock shining. Oh, that's what that is. These are 2 Munros there and there. I did those about 6 weeks ago as a group of 4. That was quite tough as well. That was a hot day, but today's been something else. I don't like saunas. And this is like a sauna. It's been like a sauna all day. I hate saunas. Can't sit in them. So I'm gonna go over there, see if I can camp. You can actually hear the burn just as it cascades down, kind of waterfall. So there's a lot of really nice water over there. That's just really appealing to me just now. So this is 1,005 metres. Why did I think this was just over a 3,000 foot Munro? It's about 100 metres higher than I thought it was. I should really do my homework. I should really read up on the Munros. Yeah, so I had planned to do that one and one just as big as it behind it today, but I'm not so sure anymore. I'm just struggling with the heat. Just so wet and just knackered. So I'm going to set up the tent anyway, because I'll get all the, like my tent, my mattress and sleeping bag, stove and all that off my back. It's still only 2:30, so if I do that, I might have a bit of a rethink and think I'm ready to go again and go up. Well, I don't know, I can't see it. I can't see myself going up there today, but we'll see. I'll set up the tent. I've got 4G here, but I didn't have it down there, so anyway, that's boring. Off I go to find a pitch. So camp is down there. I can just see the tent. You won't see it in the video. It's almost out of sight down at the bottom there. That's the Devil's Point. and I'm now at about 1106 metres. I think these two mountains are 4,000 foot high, so there's no many of them in Scotland, but these two are. So I got in the tent and I had a nap, and then woke up and thought, right, I'm going to do it. So here I am, halfway up the first one, and it's 4:30, so hopefully it's going to cool down. It's really not much wind. I wish there was a lot of wind, but there's not, so it sometimes picks up like it did just there, but usually it's like completely wind free, which isn't nice. The sun's so hot. But yeah, so 1107 metres. I think it's about 1250 metres, so it shouldn't be too bad. I think it's very bouldery. I think both of them are really bouldery though, so it could slow me down, but there's not much distance at all. So I'll see you at the summit. So I'm up at about 4,000 feet here, 1208 metres. This is a subsidiary peak. So these are the two Munros I'm about to do. That's Cairn Toul, and that one over there is Angel's Peak. So unfortunately I have to lose a wee bit of altitude here before going up again, and then down, and then up again, then down, then up again, then back to tent. This is what I do on my day off. Under a cloud at the moment, so that's good. Try to cool off a bit. That's Mhaim over there again. It's Lairig Ghru in the distance there, those cliffs. That's the third highest in Scotland. That's me at the top of Angel's Peak now, so this is the final Munro of today. That's the last one I was up, Cairn Toul. And the tent is way up over the other side of that lump. It's quite difficult to describe the view, and obviously you're not really going to appreciate it in the video. All I can say is you ain't seen any corries until you've been here. This it's just stupendous, this. If you think like the Devil's Beef Tub or whatever on the way down to Muffat's spectacular, you haven't got a clue what this is like. I mean, this corrie must be, what, 2 kilometres long? It's obviously, what, about 1 kilometre deep. It's just huge. It's difficult to take in even with your eyes, never mind with a video. That over there, that waterfall, the top of that, so I think it's called the Wells of Dee. That's the source of the River Dee over there. Oh, I'm so bloody sweaty, jeez. Oh, now I need to get back to the tent. So, and there's Mhaim, there's Cairngorms off in the distance there as well. I'm starting to get hungry, so I need to get back to the tent and cook my dinner. Good morning. So it was a bit of a rush packing up the tent and stuff because the midges came out. Well, my tent was just up there, so I thought I'd show you this like, series of waterfalls. This is all just coming out that spring that was near my tent. The midges are here. Yeah, really surprising getting midges at 3,000 feet, but hey ho, there's not a breath of wind. There's no wind at all. It's quite annoying. So today I'm going to follow this river, or burn down to the river, and then I'm going to go up. I think I'll climb half Mhaim and then follow that ridge to that peak there. That's a Munro I've not done twice. So I'll get to that summit and decide what I'm doing, but I'll probably just go home after that because it's been quite a tough day or so. So I'm thinking I might just be a bit too tired to do another couple of Munros, which would be way over there and not easy to get. This Munro I'll be doing is a wee bit of an outlier for me, so I really want to get that ticked off this weekend. The other two could be done relatively easily, both together. They're both right next to each other, so that wouldn't be a big problem. I had to put my head net on straight away as soon as I got out of the tent. But that's not too bad. I don't think I've been bitten much, so it's alright. So I'm going to put this away now and get cracking on. I'm all alone here in the Lairig Ghru. Home for last night was way at the top of that, up the top of the waterfalls there. That's the Devil's Point there. That's one of the two big boys I did last night. Braireach in the background, and Mhaim Dee up there. This is the one I'm going to try and do next. So I'm going up here. I think I can see the path going up there. The path's probably for Mhaim Dee, to be honest, but I'm using it to get onto this ridge. The summit for this one's way over there. So I'm kind of going to do a massive, well, put a bit of a double back down there. I'm going to do a huge corner up here as well. Gotta keep moving because flies are out. Flies have been a bit of an issue actually. It is the 8th of September, so it's quite late in the season, but they are here. This path goes all the way to Aviemore. Climbs up over there and reaches about 3,000 feet, which is pretty high for the bottom of a glen. This glen splits the Cairngorms in two. So I've done all the Munros that side, the west side now. Right, this is the fourth and last Munro for this weekend. The Devil's Point looks a wee bit lower than this. It's only about 20 metres lower. Mhaim Dee. You can actually see the summit Cairn. Maybe not in the video right now. All the Cairngorms to the east. So there's just two I've not done now, twice. Two I've not done twice. Derry Cairngorm and Ben Vane. I did have them planned in the route, but that would take hours. That's just nonsense. So I'm going to go home. Home's that sort of way. You can see the huge bulk of the very eastern Cairngorms there on a video called Eastern Cairngorms. So that's it. Now back to the bike and then car, then home. That's me back at Derry Lodge where my bike is. I could just see the handlebar there, so it's still there. So that's it. This is going to be the last bit of the video. I've got a, I don't know, about 5k cycle back to the car and then a 3-hour drive home. So it's been a great trip, tiring, sweaty, hot, but good to get those 4 Munros done. Not quite the 6 I planned, but that would have been a bit superhuman, to be honest. So it's quite quiet. No midges, which is good. But yeah, all in all, a very productive hike, 2-day hike, and I'll be glad to get back home and into the shower. See you later.